Try this again. There we go. Alright. Hey everybody, we're back. Ninja requested Luigi's Mansion, so we're doing Luigi's Mansion for a little bit. If you have a request or in the chat, we'll get to it. There isn't a list of what we've got. If you got a request, I'll throw it out, I'll let you know if I've got it. I just wanted to play games now. Like, why has this been so complicated to start? Titanium, thank you for the lurk, my friend. So we'll do this game for a bit, then I'll get into like the specifics of how we're playing this, and the specifics of what went wrong. Like, we were trying to leave Luigi's Mansion a minute ago.
Hello? Hmm?
So Luigi's Mansion has a really weird movement system in that you can move with the analog stick, and also turn with the C stick, and aim up and down with the C stick. Can I change that? Now we're in full strafe mode, so this is more like first person shooter, with the problem of inverted aiming. So now I'll put it back to standard, where we can actually move proper and then turn like that. And get used to that noise, the creak noise, the wow, wow, wow. You know, I never played the remake on 3DS. I have it, but I haven't played it. Actually, because, like, after I got the remake, I ended up playing Luigi's Mansion 2 on 3DS, and it was like, oh, this feels like it's been so hobbled just to be on the 3DS. That and the fact that, like, I don't have time for games anymore. Never played either. Well, you're in for a treat, Ninja. This was a Gamecube launch title, and I remember the main thing anybody said about it when it came out was, it's too short. Because it was like 7 hours long. an introduction of Professor Egad. There were a few characters introduced around this time that made reappearances in like the RPGs and stuff, and then just disappeared. Like Egad and Toadsworth. And then they just disappeared and we haven't seen them for a long time. Hmm. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, wah, wah. Alright, what do we got? So, as has been the case in a few other Nintendo games, most of this game's music is this one theme, rearranged in different ways. Which isn't a bad idea. They did something similar to that with Mario World and, like, Majora's Mask. The 4 areas of Majora's Mask all use the same theme, arranged in different ways. If it does it well, yeah, definitely. And I think this game does. This is a pretty catchy little theme. And this is kind of a relaxed version of it. There's also a thing like Luigi will hum it while he's in the house, which I like. This is a game that's got a lot of atmosphere and a lot of effort put into characterization, which I really like. This is Nintendo during a good period of their creative process. I love the Gamecube.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Let's use the Poltergust 3000. So, like a bunch of Nintendo's first-party games on the Gamecube, this game makes use of the analog triggers. Requiring very specific pressure for different things. There we go. Yep. And that is the essence of the game for the next 7 hours. Minor variations for bosses and boos. Custom makes me feel good. I ain't afraid of no ghost. I ain't afraid of no sleeping. I ain't afraid of no bed. I know. Stop telling me. Come on! I was hoping I got the quad hit there, but the triple hit was pretty good. I almost bought a modded Game Boy Color once, that was modded with a backlight, and the letters, like the color letters changed to say Game Boy Horror. Thanks, Titanium. I'm quite proud of the gallery. There's nothing there. Freaking man, baby. Freaky ghost bed. This is where I'd put my ghost portraits. If I had any! Let me go. Let me go and do things. Wah, 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 wah. Goodbye. Have fun storming the castle. Mario? It's out. He gets to sit in his little cabin. Oh, Princess Peach decided we were all expendable, so she sent a bunch of us here. Yep. The best way to think of this is like, if you've seen Ant-Man, how Hank Pym's all like, I'm too old for this shit. That's basically what EGAD's doing. Save the game. Across the galaxy. Yeah, the Game Boy Horror, like, I almost bought a modified Game Boy Color. It was modded with a backlight and rechargeable batteries pack, and like, changed to have Game Boy Color say Game Boy Horror like this. It's like, I'm a sucker for that kind of idea. Well, like, I'd never play it, and I've got nowhere to display it. Here we are. The aim of the game is to collect cash. You're ranked at the end of the game on how much cash you've collected. Wario's mansion. Yeah, I was really hoping the main villain of this would be Waluigi. It's like the whole thing. It's suggested during the game that whoever's behind this has a grudge specifically against Luigi. So I'm there thinking, like, who's got a grudge against Luigi specifically? It's gotta be Waluigi, right? It's like, no. Who is it? It's King Boo, a character that has never been seen before. Yeah. There we go. So we are playing the PAL version, which for once is the best version to play.
Mario.
When you finish the game, you get a special mode where you can play through another mansion. In the American version, it's just the same mansion with harder ghosts. In the European version, it's the mansion's got like a new layout and a stronger vacuum to deal with stronger ghosts. Yeah, you know, that'd be actually really cool if they brought Wario back in a proper Mario game. Either that or like bring the Wario Land series back. Yeah, people have always compared this game to Resident Evil because of those door animations. Oh, it's kind of a horror thing, and it's got the door loading animations. I've always just been kind of like, this is nothing like Resident Evil. That probably wasn't even an intentional comparison point. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, like, just bring Wario back in anything that isn't some kind of spin-off. Make Wario a main villain, sure, or bring Wario Land back. Like, Wario Land was this great little alternative platformer series to Mario. Had its own set of rules that was so cool. And I've still never properly done a Wario Land game. That's something on the bucket list. There we go. Bro, keep messing up with that. I always hate that kind of stuff, because you have no control over doing it. So a bunch of that stuff ends up very luck-based. Still nothing? I want to grab all that. There we go.
Oh yeah. Mario.
Oh yeah, the Mario button. Yeah, if you press A, you'll just go.
Mario.
Yeah, if you press A when you're not near anything to shake or open, then Luigi will go, like, just go.
Mario. Mario. Mario.
It's Luigi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Titanium's right. Luigi's mood gets a lot more anxious in darkened rooms. Also, here's a fun thing. You can use the Game Boy Horror to scan stuff. And if you scan a mirror, always takes you back to the fire.
Mario. Mario.
What do you got for me? Yeah, so the portrait ghosts are puzzles. For the most part. Puzzles to try and figure out how to expose their heart.
Mario. 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 Mario.
So there is a trick here. Here we are on the map. You'll notice there are 6 doors in the corridor, only 4 doors on the map. I think the closest Resident Evil ever did to animation like that would be Code Veronica, where it would open some doors slowly sometimes to emphasize tension. So the trick to telling which doors are real and which ones aren't, the real ones have carpets in front of them. You try to open it, it'll slam you into the wall. I can see you, but you can't see me. Take all of that, thank you. I guess. EGAD's Guide to Ghosts. Catch the little bugger.
Oh yeah.
Darkness is their cheese. Sea Parmesan. No, I wanted to read the other one. Book of Pericles. Alright, so that's a mechanic for later. Neville's Big Baby Care Diary. Book of Riddles. Oh, there's your clue. If we look directly at him, he'll disappear, but if we look at him from the side... We should stop that. Alright, come on. Damn it. You wait for him to yawn, that's what it is. What was the clue? Yeah, you know, probably not a great idea to have the first ghost not really provide you with a clue after them telling you how that works. There we go. The portrait ghosts have all escaped, and we're trying to recapture them all.
Oh yeah. Mario. Mario.
So one thing I'll get into after we take out the third ghost and head back to the gallery is there are mechanics on the boss fight which are dependent on how fastly and effectively you take them out. Right, so this is Lydia, I think. Yeah, that doesn't really help explain what her weakness is. Fortunately, I remember hers.
Oh yeah.
Have that cash. Moolah. I'm sorry, did you not feel like working there? Damn it. Honestly, I'd say the fact this game is only 7 hours long is probably a good thing.
Mario. Oh yeah.
Because the game adds a couple of twists to the mechanics here and there, but for the most part, this is the entire game.
Mario.
There's baby Chauncey. You rocky horsey. Yeah. Like I say, there's a couple of twists to the mechanics, but not a whole lot to the game.
Mario!
Well, it's already dead. I've had enough. Make my monster grow! Hello. I feel like that probably gave some people Yoshi's Island flashbacks. Okay. Body slam. Come on and slam, and welcome to Body Slam. Yeah. I always hate boss fights like this, where the mechanic is to just survive until the boss does something to make themselves vulnerable. They're always so tedious. Damn it. Almost had it too. Yeah, I always hate boss fights like this, where you just wait for the boss to make himself vulnerable. You know, like most Sonic bosses. I feel like the worst example of that in the Sonic series is like Sonic Rush. There we go. Baby needs to go back to hell. Tell him Luigi sent you. Luigi. Time for you to go for a timeout. Permanently. See, every now and then, like, you get a boss ghost like that. Alright, here we go. So let's see how we did. Permanent. Colonel. Yeah. Sniper wolf. Ghosts are invisible, so we need to beat the shit out of them. That's a silver, I think. Oh, we got a gold for that one. And that's a silver. So we take a look at here. You actually have a ranking on how well you caught the ghosts. And the ranking is displayed in the frame of the portrait. We got Neville gold, and Lydia and Chauncey are both silver. If I recall correctly as well, the picture is different for each rank as well. What'd I do? Alright, let's save this and head on into another game. Titanium, I have a feeling I know what you're going to request, but go ahead and request one. And while we're doing this, I'll explain how we're playing these things. We are playing on the Wii U, going into the virtual Wii side, to load the homebrew channel, to load a program called Nintendo. And this is how I play GameCube games for the stream. Largely because it's one of the best visual ways. Yep, knew it. Visually, it's one of the best ways to get it without emulation. Which I don't have the system for. Alright, there it is. Four Swords Adventures. There's various things you can do as well, like there's a widescreen hack you can put on, which isn't going to work with everything, it'll break some stuff. There's a force progressive hack you can put on, which again will break some stuff. That was what happened with Luigi's Mansion when we tried it the first time. But yeah, overall, like, it's a really clean solution, even when you're not forcing progressive. Like, it still looks really clean. So yeah, when I'm playing GameCube, I'm doing it like this. And I have the GameCube controller adapter plugged into the Wii U. I'm using an actual GameCube controller. This is the, I got this after Smash 4 came out. It's one of the Smash 4 GameCube controllers. Like, it's a proper GameCube controller, officially released by Nintendo. The differences between this and the original GameCube controller is the wire is way longer, which I really like. And instead of saying Nintendo GameCube on it, it's got the Smash logo covered in fire, which I really like as well. Here we go, The Legend of Zelda, Four Swords Adventures. If you have the Game Boy Advances and the link cables to play this multiplayer, this is one of the best Zelda games. It is a lot of fun. Long ago, in the Kingdom of Hyrule, a wind sorcerer named Vati appeared. Vati terrorized the people of Hyrule and kidnapped many beautiful girls from their homes. When all hope seemed lost, a young boy carrying little more than a sword appeared. According to the legends, when the boy drew his sword, he split into four. The four who are one worked together to vanquish Vati. The hero used his sword to bind Vati in a remote area of Hyrule. The people christened the blade the Four Sword and built a shrine around it. There it remained undisturbed for many years. Ages flowed by. The Wind Sorcerer Vati broke free of his prison, kidnapped Zelda, the Princess of Hyrule. Zelda's childhood friend Link used the power of the Four Swords to defeat Vati and seal him away once again. And now, for a time, the people of Hyrule believed their land was safe until... So the first one there they're talking about is Win the Minish Cap, and then when he breaks out and kidnaps Zelda, that's Four Swords, which is a separate game from Four Swords Adventures. We need more of anything that isn't Ganon, honestly. I was so disappointed with Breath of the Wild when you get to Ganon and it's just Ganon. No Ganondorf. No Ganon talking shit to you, just like, big monsters. Like, he's not going to talk shit to me, what's the point? Breath of the Wild in a lot of ways was pretty disappointing. The open world and just being able to go anywhere and the sense of exploration was really cool, but there wasn't really a whole lot there. It's been a long time since I've played this. So yeah, one bonus of using Nintendo on the Wii U is that if you have it set up right, you can use the gamepad to play GameCube games, which can give you semi-portable GameCube compatibility. Oh, hey, Dark Link. Oh, that's probably not good. Honestly, at this point, I think it's worth doing just for GameCube support. Like I say, like, it's a really clean method of playing GameCube games. If you take a look, like, there's the full compatibility list you can find on GBA 10. And they'll let you know, like, whether or not it supports the widescreen hack, whether it'll support the progressive patch, that kind of thing. It was actually a cool thing back when we were doing the Skies of Arcadia Legends. It supports both the widescreen hack and the progressive patch, and it looks really nice that way. So we were doing Skies of Arcadia in 480p widescreen, which was really nice. Upscaled to 1080p. Oh, I gotta do it or there's not gonna be a game. Da, 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 da. I love that they brought that theme back so many times. It's like, for me, I've said before, like, the best way to hit my nostalgia is audio. And every time, like, no matter what Zelda game it is, we get through to it, and it's like, time to pull out the Master Sword, and, like, every game has its own rendition of that theme, and it's always like, yes! It's awesome. Love it. Link, you done fucked up. You done goofed. By Star Wars Dark Forces. Yeah, it's very much a case of, like, it looks like it should be playable on Game Boy Advance. There's a reason it isn't. It's also stage-based. And it's a competitive co-op game, which is pretty neat. I'm Capora Gabora. Skip everything I tell you. Let's call him Shadow Link. To me, my boys! Together! Dun 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 dun. So, the game is very playable in single player, and you can have a lot of fun with it. I'm never going to deny that. It's also so much better in co-op. Yeah, I eventually missed this. This is a really fun game. Why have I avoided playing this again for so long? And why hasn't Nintendo properly re-released this? So this was a cool thing, like... It's like, okay, so I'm here. I'm playing Green Link. Imagine you guys are playing with me. Titanium is Red Link, and Ninja is Purple Link. And... I don't know, say Tiki is Blue Link. So we're all sat here, we've all got Game Boy Advances connected to the Gamecube. I need to turn that off, actually, while I'm doing streams without chancing. I mean, follow chancing, definitely, but I need to turn it off while I'm not. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so I'm Green Link, Titanium is Red Link, Teak is Blue Link, Ninja is Purple Link. Alright. And we're all running around, whatever. We've got our Game Boy Advances plugged in. And we're all controlling them with that. And I go into this house. This doesn't pop up on the screen. On the main screen. This will pop up on my Game Boy Advance. And then I move around here on my Game Boy Advance screen. And that's what the Game Boy Advance connectivity was about. It's a minor thing, but it actually had a purpose, which was pretty neat. and then we come out, and then I'm back on the big screen. Come on up. Yeah, like, it's a really fun thing. I say, especially if you play it in multiplayer. Ooh, that's weird. There we go. Together. The power of teamwork. Like, why hasn't Nintendo re-released this? Because it's such a good co-op game. There you go for me. R button, alright. You coward. So there is a secret technique you get with this as well. It's like you got the you charge and spin. So it's like yes. Yes you can. You know, unlike Triforce Heroes, which is all like, hey, 1 player or 3 players, not in between. This is like you can have 1, 2, 3 or 4. And is like undeniably such a better game. There's that. But then that's pretty cool. Alright, sunset into the cave then. Boomerang. So with only 1 person playing, all of the links now have the boomerang. But if we were all playing together, whoever went in there and picked that up would have the boomerang and nobody else would have it. Hello, old woman. Alright, let's go. Hello. A fire rod? Got a fire rod. But yeah, if we were playing with more than one person would get to have the boomerang while the other would get to have the fire rod. And it's a cool system, and it's a lot of fun. You can probably be trusted with it. Fine, I didn't immediately burn everything down. Oh shit. Yes. Like, it's very much the point of, like, worth making. This is one of the great unsung Zelda games. Like, it is so good. And, like, it's such a shame that Nintendo hasn't re-released it or done anything with it. And they brought back the side-scrolling thing from the Game Boy Advance, from the Game Boy Zeldas. Also, there's a Cheep Cheep. They brought that kind of idea back. Yeah. Ever since the DS was released, I was always hoping the next Zelda game they'd announce for it would be the Four Swords Adventures. Like, re-release it, or make a sequel. But they never did. I was always so disappointed with a bunch of them because of that. It's like, there's no good reason why Nintendo hasn't re-released this. Especially on a system that would better support it. It's like the two, using the GBAs for the thing, not necessarily a bad idea. The problem was the impracticality of it. But nowadays, like, something like the Switch or the DS would have worked. It's like the whole thing of Pokemon trading was always kind of impractical because of the required connector. And then the DS came out and it was wireless, and suddenly your ability to do that was just in the system. And now everybody could do it regardless of, like, whatever their setup was. Oh god, it's Tingle. You saved, Tingle. I will now spend the rest of the game pestering you and trying to steal your Force Gems. Honestly, like, people are all like, yeah, I hate Single, mostly because of the, because of having to deal with him in Wind Waker. And I'm like, I hate single because of having to deal with him in this. And then my Force Gems. You have to be quick about this, aren't you? What do you got for me? Alright, here we go. Yeah. But collecting Force Gems does actually have a purpose as well, because it does make your sword stronger. Oh god, piss off, you swat. God damn it. Together, lads. Yes, it is also a scorekeeping thing. It's what I mean when I say that Four Swords Adventures is a competitive co-op game. You're competing to see who can collect the most Force Gems, while also working as a team. You can also screw your friends over. Which, like, I mean, you've got to decide whether or not it's something you want to do. Well, it's exactly what I mean when I say, like, Four Swords Adventures is so much fun co-op. And it's just a shame that so many people don't get to experience that. Yep, could have handled that better. That's how I do it. Alright. I'm there thinking, like, do I need the flippers to do it? Yeah, there's a lot of good effects in this. They don't try particularly hard visually. It's like, yeah, no, a lot of this is just copied from either A Link to the Past or Wind Waker. Not Wind Waker. Minish Cap. But then they throw little effects over it that look really nice. And when you get down to it, like, ignore the reused assets and just focus entirely on the gameplay, and it's really fun as well. No, I didn't want to. Did I want to be there? I didn't go down the stairs, that's what it is. I hadn't done something is what I was going kind of crazy over. I came up through a set. Okay. Okay, I'm not paying attention apparently. Oh, such a good game though. I'd forgotten there were times when they'd throw like a load of enemies at you. Just because they can get away with it because you've got 4 links. Oh, this game's just full of good ideas. There it is, 2000. Help me, I'm stuck. Look at that number go up. Yeah, the cooperative competition bit, I love. It's something that's not done enough in like anything. Like yeah, you either have co-op or you have competition. But having a competition where the end goal is for everybody to get to the end together is still really good. Yeah. Four Swords Adventures, the best underrated Zelda game, and that was one level. Like you think with it being stage based, it'd be like, oh yeah, no, this will be done really quick. It won't. It's actually a lot longer than you'll think. It's one of those things that, like, it needs a proper re-release so it can be appreciated. Like Dungeons and Dragons, the Mystaria games, like they got a proper re-release, and they were so good to play co-op like that in the home because there's so much fun depth to them. But that's Four Swords Adventures though. Like so much fun. The most underrated Zelda. That's the thing, you can play Four Swords Adventures online with other people, but you need to be able to run Dolphin and Is it Visual Boy Advance you need to do it with? A specific GBA emulator. And then connect them, and then do netplay. It's possible, but there's a lot of hoops to do it. Alright, so I'm looking at this, and it looks like it's still just Ninja and Titanium in the crowd. So Ninja, do you want to pick another game? Oh, hey, it's Clem. Clem, do you want to pick a game? And thank you for the resub. 5 months. 5 months of subscriptions. Crazy. Clem, my boy, you missed Four Swords Adventures. And now we're never going to play it again because we swore against it. But do you want to pick up the... You want to pick the next game we play? I feel like doing the viewer's choice thing for the Gamecube setup that I've got is like one of the best ones to do. Because like, oh, like what have I got set up on my PS1 setup? Mostly RPGs. What have I got set up on my PS2 setup? Mostly RPGs. What is there on GameCube? Not a lot of RPGs. Anything, Clem? Turtles game. This is the first Ninja Turtles game based on a 2003 series. It is a 4-player co-op beat 'em up. What do you got for us, Titanium? Don't mind that I've pressed this. We're just gonna go through the intro. You'll know what it is because it plays the actual intro from the cartoon. F-Zero, huh? That's gonna go poorly. I'm down, make no mistake, but that's gonna go poorly. Yeah, the 80s Ninja Turtles series, like, this is the one I grew up with. We're not gonna play it then. Play the last F-Zero Nintendo released? F-Zero Climax on Game Boy Advance wasn't released outside Japan. It has been fan translated though. I actually, I had the Teen Titans beat 'em up on here at one point, and it is absolute shit. And it also has the opening for the series, but it doesn't have the lyrics, which is a shame because like that was a really good song. Yeah, after this, like F-Zero GX is not the last one by far. Um, there's I think after that was Maximum Velocity, GP Legend, and Climax, all on Game Boy Advance. F-Zero GX is awesome though. What we'll do is we'll do a Grand Prix and then we'll attempt the story mode. And like you'll see the problem with F-Zero GX. Like F-Zero GX is awesome, but there is a high barrier to entry. Like honestly, it is brutal. but it is so good. And like every now and then you'll hear me say like, come on F-Zero, do another come on Nintendo, do another F-Zero. Yeah, this is a brutal game, but it is so good. Not over yet, Snake. It's a shame this is coming through so like choppy on stream. I've no idea what's going on with it. Like F-Zero X comes out, like F-Zero comes out on Super Nintendo, and it exists entirely as a showcase of Mode 7. And it's kind of neat, but there's not a whole lot there. F-Zero X comes out on Nintendo 64, and Nintendo remains committed to the speed. So you've got to think of F-Zero X on Nintendo 64 is kind of not great looking, even by N64 standards, but my god is the speed amazing. And then F-Zero GX comes out, and oh boy, they got the visuals on it, and they kept that frame rate high. This is a wonderful 60 FPS trip, and it goes so smooth and so fast, and it's amazing, and Nintendo needs to bring it back. Like, I heard the thing said, like Miyamoto was like, you know, we don't want to do another F-Zero unless we can think of something new to add to it. And I'm there thinking like, how about just add online play? There's like F-Zero 30 races, which I think they've done since F-Zero X. 30 races. You imagine this chaos online? But the problem with that Nintendo probably doesn't want to deal with is like actually having decent online in that regard. And Nintendo doesn't know how to do decent online for anything that requires split-second timing. Like, if you ever played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe online, some of it feels kind of weird. Like, you'll throw items at enemies and they don't seem to properly connect, and stuff like that. Because there's a lag between all of it. But it's a game that works with it because things don't have to be instant like that, but in a game like this, it has to be instant. And Nintendo isn't going to make that commitment. Give me some F-Zero. Like, Nintendo currently, I would say, is in like a very interesting place. Because the Switch doesn't need its own specific Mario Kart. Like, the Wii U had Mario Kart 8. And the Switch got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And it's fine. And Nintendo's probably not going to make a better Mario Kart game on Switch. So, like, there's dev time there that they could have for a racing game that they could just put into an F-Zero. Like, do F-Zero again. Bring F-Zero back. Do it, you cowards. Careful not to land outside the track or that will kill you. You know, that would be an interesting thing to see, actually, to bring F-Zero back in this day and age. Because classic F-Zero has always been like, oh hey, your vehicle exploded, you're out of the race. It's like, would they still do that? Probably not, but like, I'd respect the hell out of them if they did. Is this going to be better? This work better in the widescreen? Oh, it's still really choppy. I have no idea what's going on with it. No, I said first place. The Green Falcon. There we go. I also love how crazy the tracks get. Like, 3D was really where F-Zero was made to be. And this kind of track, like, ever since they introduced anti-gravity to Mario Kart, this is just the kind of track they've been doing in Mario Kart. But it fits F-Zero better with its speed. One thing I really like about F-Zero as well is just how easy it is to see. Like, you'd think because I'm not first it'll be hard to see where all the turns are because of all the people in front of me. It's like, no, you can see them turn so smoothly. Like, just go with that flow, it really works. And if you're in first, then you'll see the stuff coming up, and it's great. on, baby, hold together. Damn it. Right at the end. Blood Falcon. We're still in first, we see how this one goes. Oh, you thought he said bitch when he said finish. Alright, that's fair enough. Alright. So this track has just outright 90-degree turns. So this is fun. And then that solid 180 turn, which I butchered. Damn it. Way too soon. Right up. Or is this horizontal at this point? Who knows? There we go. Yes! Yes!
Alright, first place!
Most of the time, yeah. That's how I play F-Zero. But sometimes I look as though I actually have some skill on it. That's a victory. Thank you. That's the easiest cut.
F-Zero TV.
From the special F-Zero GP venue, we're broadcasting an interview with the Grand Prix champion. Okay then, I'd like to ask you something. A message for all your TV fans out there?
I'll take on anybody, anytime.
Thanks for your words of enthusiasm, champion. That's it, everyone. We'll see you at the next Grand Prix. F-Zero TV.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah, if you want to see all the questions, you have to win. You have to, like 3 times. There's an interesting thing here of cross-compatibility with the arcade game F-Zero AX. F-Zero AX is super rare to find, the actual arcade machine. But the arcade machine has slots for memory cards. You can plug your Gamecube memory card in it, and then save that data and plug it into F-Zero GX. Which is really cool. So here's the story mode. We're gonna do like a couple of this. As I say, F-Zero GX's story mode is brutal. Like, there is a lot here, especially for an arcade racing game of the time. There's a lot here to play. Parts to unlock, a lot of tracks, a lot of characters to get, and a full-fledged story mode that's actually pretty long. It's also just really hard.
Wait, just give me one more chance.
One more chance is all you get to win this F-Zero Grand Prix, or you know the price of failure.
Yes, yes, I can win it this time. I swear.
Ah, this game. Hey, thanks for the subscription, Titanium. Okay, so normal mode. Let's take a look at this. It's much appreciated, Titanium. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed Titanium. Alright, here we go. Get all the capsules on the track and finish within 80 seconds. This is the first stage. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, play that Mute City, baby. One more chance. So that, not too bad. Pretty standard training stage. You're all like, yeah, it's not too bad.
This time, the prize will be mine.
So, chapter 2.
You stole the prize money from us last time. You will pay for that. That's a fine-looking machine you're driving, Falcon. You know the law here in Red Canyon? If you lose the race, you forfeit your machine. You can't back down now. The mighty Falcon can't back down from a challenge now, can he? Let's do it. All right then. The first one to that checkpoint over there is the winner. I can't lose in my fire stingray.
Alright, so, second stage. Seems simple enough. Give it a go. Hitbox on that was a little wider than I thought it would be. Damn. Alright, we'll try again. The best idea for this is to hold on to your power until near the end. It's always the balancing act. It's always the balancing act of F-Zero. Your power is both your shield and your boost. Overusing your boost is gonna get you killed. Which is what just happened. Delicate balancing act. Cost me a lot of energy. No, that's it, we're done. That was the second level. It gets worse.
Falcon, I'm gonna get you in the Grand Prix!
It really is stressful. Oh god, I forgot about the worst part of it. We've just unlocked the ability to unlock the next stage. We have to have enough tickets for it. Like, the F-Zero GX story mode is just such a bad idea on a lot of levels like that. We can't go straight to Chapter 3 because we have to unlock it. You have to beat that stage and then buy the chapter. And it's like, goddamn. Who thought that was a good idea? It is weird. Alright. What do we want to take a look at next? Hmm. Anybody got a request or a suggestion? Oh, you're just picking the brutal ones tonight, aren't you, Titanium? Monkey Ball 1 or 2? Actually, yeah, thingy working, the one that has the cover art. Or is it GX? GX, that's the cover art. There we go. Got the cover art set for these ones. Some of them are weirdly big like that, and I don't know why. I want to get both of these on Xbox since they're both backwards compatible now. Oh, that's right, you can't properly see them like that. Man, this takes me. I have this on Xbox now because that's backwards compatible. Get to that soon enough. Star Fox Assault. I've never properly played any Star Fox game except Adventures. Oh yeah, this is Phantasy Star Online Episode 1 2 Plus, which has, I think, all the stuff that was previously online only. Super rare to pick up physically, from what I've heard. I actually do have most of this, with a few exceptions. Like I have Piano 3, it's a freaking terrible game. I've never properly done Star Fox 64. I remember when I went out and bought Metroid Prime 2 from Blockbuster when I was way younger. It's raining. I have Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. I'm actually very happy with that in my collection. Mario Party 4 is the only Mario Party I had on Gamecube when I was younger. And as a result, I know all the minigames back to front. I'd like to own this physically one day. I'm never going to own this physically one day with the price of it. It's like the most expensive GameCube game. Real shame Square just fucked up the remaster of Crystal Chronicles. I was down for that. Custom Robo. One day. Chibi Robo? Hype. Like, Nintendo needs to bring Chibi Robo back. So cool. Yeah, the remaster of Crystal Chronicles, absolute mess. In that case, do you want to take a look at Chibi Robo Titanium? Or do you want to go with, You don't have a Founder's Badge. Have I already had 10 people subscribe? Oh. Chibi Robo, I love the concept of Chibi Robo. It's such a fun, wholesome game. And Nintendo did 2 sequels, one on the DS. Oh, both on the DS. One was not released, I don't think, outside of America. Might have been released in Japan, I'm not sure, but it wasn't released in Europe. In the US, it was a Walmart exclusive. And then the third game, which is a sequel to this, is exclusive to Japan. They never released outside Japan. And then after that, they put out on 3DS Chibi Robo Ziplash, which is a really mediocre 2D platformer, but also said that if that game didn't sell, then the Chibi Robo series was dead. And that game didn't sell because, you know, for one, it's not really a Chibi Robo game. The only good thing that came out of that is the Chibi Robo Amiibo, which I picked up separately. I have it up on my shelf and I really like it because I love Chibi Robo. We have time to get into this. No, you know what? We'll do that some other day, and like I want to do a full playthrough of Chibi Robo because it's so good. It's a lot of fun. It's really cool and cute and like really wholesome. So Monkey Ball. Let's do Monkey Ball 2. Super Monkey Ball is probably a series that should never have gone past 2. Is this going to be stretched? I feel like it is. Yeah, it's stretched. This is part of the reason why I go through my other sub. It doesn't look as clean, but ultimately it's just like simpler and better. In case you're wondering what games I have on my Wii side, I of course have Castlevania Rondo of Blood from Virtual Console. Castlevania The Adventure Rebirth, which you cannot buy anymore. And Yeast, Book 1 and 2. Which, fun fact, is this is the PC Engine CD version. And that is where the starting, Be Right Back, and ending music of the stream comes from. Specifically the PC Engine CD version of Yeast Book 1 and 2. So if you ever wondered where the music comes from, it's from those games. And at some point, I'd love to sit down and like really dig into the Yeast series for the stream. Because I've only ever done the first 2, and I've still not properly gotten into any of the others. But I've really enjoyed Yeast 1 and 2 Chronicles. Anyway, Monkey Ball. 2. Yes. So yeah, Monkey Ball, fun enough concept, but like Katamari, like it never really should have gone beyond 2 games.
Main game. Story mode.
So if you're going to play Monkey Ball, my recommendation is either pick up 1 and 2 on Gamecube, or pick up Super Monkey Ball Deluxe for Xbox or PS2, which is a compilation of 1 and 2. This looks like a real-time cutscene. What's Doodle done? Solve my maze. But yeah. Like, the Monkey Balls after this aren't necessarily bad. The basic concept still works. Like, they never needed to be more than 1. And then more than 2, really. Like Katamari. Like, the Katamaris after the first 2 still work. And if you've never played Katamari, they're good ones to get into. But they never needed to be there. I can just do this in any order. Huh.
Ready? Go!
Oh! I will say one Monkey Ball game that was kind of cool though, Super Monkey Ball Jr. Which, if you've never seen, is Monkey Ball on Game Boy Advance. It's pretty impressive they got it on there, and it works surprisingly well.
Hurry up! 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, go!
Like, you don't have the analog stick on the Game Boy Advance to, like, precisely control stuff. You may call it early. You may call this one quits early then, Titanium.
Ready? Go!
Alright, fair enough. But yeah, Super Monkey Ball Jr. on Game Boy Advance. Really interesting little thing. Doesn't have the analog stick, so you don't get the same precise movements. But they use the shoulder buttons to allow you to do different levels of movements on the D-pad. It's not perfect, but it works well enough, and it's really impressive to see that kind of thing working on GBA. Because it's not a Mode 7 thing. The stages are 3D rendered. Looks like it's Titanium. Clem steps out for a minute, it looks like. Ninja's gone. It's all quiet tonight. Now, let's say, I'd like to do a full playthrough of Chibi Robo. So I'm going to leave that off for the minute. And I think we'll get to it soon. Like, a full playthrough of it. You want Beautiful Joe 1 or 2? First one? Alright. I thought for the longest time Beautiful Joe 2 was co-op. And I got it and it wasn't, and I was so disappointed. I've never played Red Hot Rumble. I've played 1, 2, and Double Trouble on DS.
The shadow moved ominously across the land, dyeing the sky with blood and pounding the earth. Those who still have faith in justice and honor, valor and goodness call out his name. The ultimate superhero. The only one who can save the world from extinction. If he can't do it, no one.
Oh, me?
It's easy to see how this kind of thing eventually led to Bayonetta. That's an interesting idea. It's starting. Yeah, kids mode. I accept that I'm not particularly great at this game. Yeah. Well, you know, my usual thing of like, play games how you enjoy games. Don't feel obligated to play a specific difficulty just because, oh, everyone says you should.
Come on, Blue!
you!
Joe, is this your idea of a date movie? I had a more romantic time eating popcorn in the lobby. Joe, honey, oh, why don't you show me some off-screen action?
Whoa, Sylvia! Cut it out! I said cut it out! They don't show these old movies all the time, you know? I've been looking forward to this forever.
Well, I've been looking forward to this for a long time, too. We haven't been out on a date in forever.
Hey, stop that! This is the best part.
The dark side prevails. Now you've seen just how flimsy.
When it comes down to it, you want to play a game in the way you most enjoy it. And if that's on an easy mode, then fair enough.
Go away!
Come on!
And thus, Captain Blue was brought to his end. Goodbye, beautiful world. Nothing will ever be the same again.
Oh, man. I missed the most important part.
Hey, I've seen this scene before.
You know why? Because this flick hit the screens way back when we were still little babies.
But that guy in the blue mask, I know I've seen him somewhere.
The whole thing with Fire Emblem, I've said this before, Fire Emblem adding casual mode, the only thing that did was remove the middleman.
That was unreal.
It's like, oh yeah, no, play with permadeath on. What are you gonna do? You're gonna save before every battle, and if somebody dies, you're just gonna reload the battle.
Well, what's happening?
Taking permadeath out of it just speeds up the process of getting through the battles.
It's Six Machine. Hey!
It's actually something I'm a little concerned about. If we hit 200 followers, and it's like, oh yeah, now we're doing Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. That's before they gave you the option to play without permadeath.
Hey, wait a minute. Am I...
Not as far as I'm aware. Anybody who'd be into that, into Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, wouldn't consider permadeath something worth modding.
Captain Blue. I am no longer able to fight because I have been...
Like I say, just do the just do the whole thing of like saving before each battle, and
Voice,
somebody
it
dies,
really is
reload the battle.
Captain Blue. Whoa! Hey, can I get
It's
your
how I've
autograph?
gone through pretty much all the Fire Emblems like that.
Gone. I beg of you to take up the
That I've done.
torch of justice, young movie lover. Now go. The world is in danger. Your lady friend is waiting for you.
The V-Watch.
Cool. A real V-Watch. I always wanted to try one on. So,
Alright, here we go. Oh! The soundtrack for Beautiful Joe is great.
Just go for it!
can't touch me. Yummy. Yummy. Yummy.
Uh-oh. Life is beautiful.
My young Joe, it looks like you haven't awakened to your true powers as a hero. I'll show you how to be a real hero. Come and get
Here we go.
Just go for it!
nice job. Come on, my friend.
Alright, here we go.
Finished!
Your hero-ness has awakened. Now the V-Watch is responding to your hero instincts deep down inside. When the V-Watch starts to grow,
Say the word.
Say the word.
Henshin!
Henshin!
Henshin and go-go, baby! You want some? We'll come and get it.
Yeah, Beautiful Joe's music is fantastic. Ah, yeah, good terms.
Just go for it!
Well, that worked. B U C Ball. You know, I can believe that titanium. Money. V coins. Here we go.
Just go for it!
Yeah. Very much is. Like, there's definitely a big reason why I said, like, if I ever actually do get back to doing the whole history and stylish action idea that I had, Beautiful Joe's gonna be in there. Style is still a very big part of the design of this. Like, same way it is in Devil May Cry. Damn, I laid down too soon. I guess we're going down there. I also like the applications the powers end up having for puzzles. I think that's a really cool idea. Alright.
Go for it!
Yummy!
They really did. It's a shame most of it didn't really sell that well. It seems like that was just the weird thing going on with Clover. Like putting out critically acclaimed games that were fan favourites that just didn't sell. Nope. Take that. Yep. The guy had the key, I'm gonna have to go and deal with him now. There we go. Yeah, Beautiful Joe, really cool. Always was. And in the same way most Kamiya-directed games are, also kind of hard. So I think what we're going to do is we'll take out the helicopter and then we'll call it.
Just go for it!
Yum. Not in the Gamecube version. That's the PS2 version only. Because, there we go. Beautiful Joe was one of the Capcom 5, and in the tradition of most of the Capcom 5 was ported to the PS2 with extra content, but technically playing worse. Like RE4 on PS2 plays worse than, well, plays and looks worse than RE4 on GameCube, but has the extra content. The most notable thing, the most notable extra content there is Separate Ways. Beautiful Joe gets the Dance mode. I don't know what Killer 7 got, but the interesting thing with Killer 7 is Killer 7 sold worse on PS2 than it did on GameCube. That's a game I need to get to doing properly someday. Alright, but that's going to do it for us for today. I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. I always really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everybody in the chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. I've never seen the henshin scene, but I know Dante's normal form in that game is Dante in his underwear. Teague, you came in just at the end, buddy. Let me look up this Dante henshin scene. Classic Teague turn up at the end. Yeah, let me see that. YouTube doesn't seem to have the henshin scene specifically, but I can get a playthrough of like the first stage. Devil May Cry's a rockin', baby. Yeah, I did know about the reverse audio. Oh, I hope it doesn't become too much of a problem for you, Teague. Yeah, tornadoes and stuff in the US. Crazy. I don't know how you guys deal with them, but I guess like you deal with them as you have to. We just don't really get them here. Alright, you know what? We'll take a look at one more game. Did I press the button at the wrong time? Are we not actually taking a look at one more game? Did the Wii U decide it was done? I think the Wii U decided it was done. At some point, like I say, I should really sit down and do that whole history of stylish action series of streams. I need to get back to doing Devil May Cry with Ninja. So we started that, and then my laptop screwed up, and then things happened. Got a job. Well, the thing I've always had in stuff like this, you're often up against like big monsters and stuff. So I've always loved the boss fights against similar sized enemies. Like in Devil May Cry 1, my favourite fights against Nilo Angelo. Devil May Cry 3, the Virgil fights, of course. DMC 4, Credo, Angelo, and Dante. My favourite fights. Bayonetta, I love the fights against Shaun. With games like this, I've always loved the fights against enemies that are similar to you in some way. Bayonetta 2 has the Masked Sage, which I really like. Anyway. So yeah, looks like the Wii U isn't going to let us do another game. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. I really appreciate the support. Big special thank you to everybody in chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. Ninja, Titanium, Clementique, thank you so much for keeping the company, guys. It's always the best part of the stream. And super big special thank you to Clem and Titanium for resubscribing. That is super cool, you dudes. I very much appreciate your willingness to put money down on this. Like this mess that we do right here. That's crazy. We should be back tomorrow. I think tomorrow we'll just jump straight back into Prince of Persia and wrap it up with Two Thrones. Speaking of evil versions of heroes. Yeah. Two Thrones. Then after Two Thrones, I don't know, like, there was the talk of Geist, which I'm interested in. And I do want to do a full playthrough of Chibi Robo, and that wouldn't be a bad time. And like the wholesomeness of that would be really good. And like you gotta remember, we're 9 days currently, because it's just turned the 16th for me. 9 days from Christmas. So I get a couple of days off there. I could do some streaming. That'd be nice. We'll see what's going on with Sunday. Chansum may not be able to make it. That's currently up in the air. I have to discuss that with Chansum. But if not, like we'll continue Two Thrones. That'll be fine. There's also the possibility of another lockdown happening over here, which we honestly haven't been for. Give me some time out of work. Still getting paid for it. It'd be nice to get filled. It'd be nice to just have to deal with it for a little while. Well, like we'll see. If that happens, that'll happen in January. The government will want to get Christmas out of the way. Well, you know, if we do go back into lockdown, more streams, I guess. I look forward to that, maybe. Yeah, Gamecube stuff. Gamecube, fantastic system. If you have a Wii or Wii U, I recommend putting Nintendo on it for GameCube stuff. Especially Wii U, like if you if you modify your Wii U and get Nintendo installed on it, with the Nintendo forwarder on the Wii U side, you can play the GameCube games on your gamepad, the Wii U gamepad, which isn't perfect, but like, it's really nice. Especially if you play a game that doesn't demand the analog triggers. And there's plenty of games that don't, honestly. And you get yourself semi-portable GameCube there, which is, I think, really neat. And the Wii U gamepad is a 480p screen, so like the GameCube looks really nice on there. And if you just do it on the TV as well, like you've got it going through the HDMI, so it's immediately a cleaner picture that you're going to get than you would if you were doing actual GameCube or Wii. So always consider that. It's always a bonus, I think. And the Wii U's dead. Nintendo doesn't make games for the damn thing anymore. The Wii U eShop will probably shut. Yeah. So like, do it. I think it's well worth doing. Yeah, that's my little modification rant. I cannot actually really provide any help. If anybody wants to modify their Wii U, I did mine so long ago, I don't remember. I remember I'd do most of it. But there are guides you can find, and like if anybody is interested, like let me know on the Discord, and I'll find like a reputable guide you can follow. There's always one of the more worrying aspects, I guess, if you're doing this kind of thing. Yeah, there is a Reddit dedicated to it. There's a Reddit dedicated to a lot of specific. But yeah, starting out with this kind of thing, finding a reputable source, a reputable guide to follow can be a real pain. You try to figure out like who's trustworthy, who's not, what's going on with it. Yeah, if anybody's interested, like let me know on the Discord, and like, I'll find some guides and instructions for you guys. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today. Once again, I want to thank everybody for joining the stream. Big special thanks to everybody in chat. Chat is always the best part of the stream. And Clement Titanium for the resubs. Like, thank you so much, guys. And of course, Teak resubbed recently. Like the fact that you guys considered this worth supporting with your money is crazy, and I very much appreciate that. Honestly, most of what I use my Wii U for is just GameCube stuff. The Wii U's a decent system, but I don't play most of the games. I just play GameCube on it. Really kind of it. Really sad for the system. But yeah, no, let's get going before we get to a big ramble about that kind of thing. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a fantastic time of day. And take care. We'll catch you next time, guys. Bye.